What's up, people? This will be kind of an addendum to that last video I just made, and I don't care if it seems like I'm just rambling or whatever. I'm trying to vocalize the way I feel about things, but it's very difficult to do because there's so many different ideas that go through my head, but it's really hard to put them into words. And I'm sure many people know exactly where I'm coming from there. But what I wanted to add was, this is really the main component of that last video, is that don't judge. Don't judge. It's just, when you judge, you're setting yourself up for failure. Judging a person is something that's going to come natural. We're always going to judge someone, and it may be based on their beliefs, it may be based on the way they look, it may be based on where they come from, but ultimately judging people without, there's a difference between judging and then stating that someone is a certain way, or judging is when I pick up this bubbler and take a hit, and some of the people out there go, right on, and some of the people who are watching go, oh fuck, and judge me because I'm smoking pot. That's just one example of so many, but it happens every day with people, different clothes. When I was younger, I used to wear baggy pants. Now I'll find myself judging someone if they're wearing baggy pants, like if they're wearing really sagging. I didn't sag, but I don't do it consciously. It's something that comes before I can nip it in the bud. As soon as I am aware that I'm doing it, I stop, and I tell myself, these are just kids like I was. I'm not causing any trouble. It's just part of that image that's, in all of us. And I can't say for, everyone, but for me personally, when I find myself questioning, if I start questioning, if I start judging other people, I found that all it leads to is misconceptions and misunderstandings, and through history, and so when I judge, let's say when I seem to attack sometimes I'll attack religion, sometimes I'll attack, certain political thoughts or whatnot. I'm not attacking the people, and I'm not judging the people themselves, because people shouldn't be judged based on anything more than the way they act in society, the way they behave. And those are the things that we should judge people on. And it's really hard to know the difference sometimes. People really want to do the right thing. I think most people want to do the right thing and want to be good people and not judge one another. But it's easier said than done. Now, all I can do is speak for myself. And in my experience, I find that judging comes naturally. It's something that helps us survive. It's a survival instinct. You see someone doing something and you might judge them to, as self-preservation, instinctually. It may come from ancient times. Either way, it's part of us. And you can diminish it to the point where you accept each person for who they are. But as soon as you see a Lamborghini drive by you on the freeway going 80, you're not judging that person on how fast they're going, but on the car they're driving. Not everybody does that. I can't speak for everyone. I find myself, I'll do it and be like, oh great, a show off. But then find myself doing it and say, I don't know this person. I don't know their circumstance. I don't know the situation. Maybe they're just driving the car somewhere for somebody. Maybe they're just taking it for a spin and they work at the dealership. Who knows? Point being that we don't know the situation, everyone's situation. We don't know what goes on in their home life. We don't know what goes on in their work life. And even if you're married to someone, you don't know them for 2/3 of your life, or more. They're at work. They're sleeping, Each person has their personal 8 hours of sleep time, their 8 hours of work time. And even the people that know us best don't really know us. It's even worse when outsiders judge, because outsiders, especially on the internet, you see it a lot, people always judging one another. They'll always pick on somebody's either the way somebody sounds, or the way they look, or the way that they think, and generally it's not warranted, but sometimes it is, If a person has outrageous thoughts that are totally against the norm of society, I mean, most people will vocalize their displeasure with that. And that's not judging, that's just being, rational. But, we start associating people with a group. Like, I mean, I'm not a Christian, and I'm opposed to the church and the organized church system, but I don't hate Christians. I know good Christians. I like Christians. They're nice people. I don't hate Mormons either. I think they're great, have great families, and they're good people. It's not the Mormons I hate, it's the institution, the church. And with politics, it's the same way too. I don't hate I don't hate Obama. I don't hate all the politicians just because they're in there and these decisions are being made, because I understand there's deeper implications behind why these things happen. And none of us are privy to the information to really know what's going on. So you can make a good assessment, but you can't really make a good judgment on those things. And my point is just that we judge each other in such petty shit. I mean, really petty shit. Whether a person has a goatee, or whether a person uses a certain color of eyeliner, cat fights between women over, which one looks prettier at the workplace, or, just jealousy, envy, all these things that they consider sin. And this is why I think that, these are the points that we've taken and put into almost all of the major belief systems is to avoid petty jealousy, judgment, and sin. And all those things are considered sins. And I don't believe in sin. I just believe in common sense. Common sense tells me that that's not a good way to be. It's not a nice thing to do. So let's try not to do it. Namaste.